soul is the best saving, and it is the soul which will help you when you are going through emotional crisis in your life. And the truth is that you will go through emotional crisis no matter who you are, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how mature you are, and how wise you are. Those days will arrive in your life when you will feel emotionally broken. What will you do on those days? What is your plan to save yourself from those pain and suffering you will face on those days? And you will face, because even Buddha had faced that, even Mahavira had faced that, even Kabira had faced that, and even Jesus had faced that. And there is no exception. These are the names which you know and which are popular in the world. So I'm taking these names. But there is no human being who has never faced emotional crisis in their life. And there will not be anybody who will never face emotional breakdown in their life. There will come days when people will leave you for no reason. There will come days when your associates will leave you when you need them most. They will leave from half the journey, and you will be left alone. There will be days when your very family will start commenting on you. Your friends will start becoming jealous of you. And there will be days when you will start doubting your own self. How will you handle those days? What is your plan? You will go to some friend to ask some love and some support. And how long will they support you? And how much love can they give you? Do they themselves have enough for themselves that they will give you? They are also going through the same thing which you are going through. And whatever love they have, they are saving that for their days of crisis. Why will they give it to you? And why should they give it to you? If they give all to you, what will they do? It is important to think, because today in the world you find people are depressed. They are emotionally broken. But the fact is that they are emotionally broke and not broken. They may call it depression and they may call it something else, but essentially they are emotionally broke. They have lost all the emotional savings they had. Their emotional bank balance is zero. And now they have to run here and there to friends, to family, to a stranger, to God, to philosophy. They are running here and there to get some currency. They are running here and there to get emotional loan. But who will give you loan without interest? And what is a loan? A loan means you have to pay it back along with the interest. It is a loop, it is a trap, and it will frustrate you even more afterwards. It is a bigger headache than one you have right now, or one you will have in those days of emotional crisis. When you were born, you were rich in your soul. You did not go anybody to borrow happiness, to borrow love. They only came to you. You were ecstatic, you were jumping, you were happy. You were happy for no reason. You were rich in life. You had the inner wealth. You had enough soul within you. You had enough currency of life within you. You were born as the richest person. But slowly and slowly, you have wasted all the currencies that you were given free of cost. And you sold those for some silly gain. And that is why you are suffering. Everywhere you are selling your soul, somewhere to get a chair, to get some power, to get some position, to get some popularity, some name, some fame, some respect, some validity. You are selling your soul everywhere, every day, from last many decades. And you have done it for so long that you are left with nothing. You have become hollow. You feel dead. And that is why your face is lifeless. You have a clean face, but it is sad. You have a beautiful face, It has good makeup. You have applied good cream and you have washed it well. Yet your eyes can tell that you are not happy within. Your eyes can tell that the soul is absent and you have died long ago. It doesn't matter what you get in exchange of your soul. You will be always at the loss eventually. It doesn't matter what they promise you. They may give you the diamonds and all the wealth of the world, and they may give you heaven, yet you are only at loss at the end. This very trade is the trade of loss. And when you do calculations, when you are trading your soul, you will find that the calculations are in your favor. You will find that the mathematics is supporting you. You will feel happy seeing the chair of Prime Minister, the chair of Chief Minister, or some other chair. You will start imagining people coming to you, bowing down to you, touching your feet, and you giving them order. And behind you, lot of people walking, following you. Your ego will like it, and you will feel so happy. You will find that this trade is a trade of benefit, and they will give you the chair and take away your soul. But without soul, even if you sit on the chair, you are still dead. A dead man sitting on a chair or on the dust, or he is in heaven, it doesn't make any difference. It is like a bird who has lost its wings. Now, how does it matter that it is not put in the cage? For that bird which has lost its wings, for him, being in the cage or being open, free, liberated, outside the cage, in the sky, both are same. It cannot fly, that's it. And when it cannot fly, then being in the cage or outside the cage is same. When you sell your soul, you have cut your wings and you have lost your freedom. Now on the chair, if you sit, you will be only a puppet. You will never do what you want to do. You will not speak through your own throat. you will always be fearful. And that is the price you pay for selling your soul. Everybody has sold their soul. Rarely one or two among thousands or millions you find who had enough wisdom to save their soul. And that is why you find everybody carries fear in their heart. Everybody is so much concerned with their self-image. They are so worried about what will society say, because the only value in their life is the value given by the society. They carry no value of their own in their own heart. Their value of life is dependent on the value which society gives. The society is their judge. They have no stuff within themselves. And that is why they are so conscious about their self-respect. And it is strange to see that they are conscious about self-respect more than the very self. They have no concern about self, but they have a lot of concern about their self-respect. It is such a foolish state to be in, and it can only happen when you have lost your own value from within. When you have lost your very freedom from within, when you have lost your own breath, and only then you have to worry so much what will others say, because on their breath you are alive. If they cut off the breath, you will fall dead. Your chair will be snatched away, and you will be thrown out, and you will be in a moment labeled as corrupt and bad person and selfish person. You want to remain good in their eyes. You want to remain wise in fool's eye. And this is the height of foolishness. Very few have saved their soul. They also had got the offer, and many of them had got a good deal, but they rejected. They chose freedom. They chose wings and not the golden cage. They did not trade the soul. They did not compromise. They had their own conditions, and they stood to that. They did not get carried away out of their greed. They maintained their sensibilities, and the wisdom. And these people have lived. These people have flied. These people have seen the height of sky. And only these people know what it means to be free and what it means to live on one's own condition and what it means to be out of the cage and be in the open sky. They did not sold their soul. They did not become poor. You have become poor. You have all the riches, yet you are very poor. You do not have inner currency. The most important currency that makes one rich in real sense. You have lost that currency. And the Creator had given you enough currency, but you did not value them. You simply threw them anywhere. But those who valued, those who understood, and those who refused to give it away for any unworthy and silly and meaningless things, they remained rich, and you have become poor. And this is the emotional poverty that you are suffering. You can call it loneliness, but it is just that you are emotionally poor. You have lost all the love, all the freedom that God had given you. The Creator had sent you with. And so now you have to beg to people. Go to them, sit with them, make them your friends, even when you are not interested. And ask them for the emotional currency, some love, some time, some hugs, some sweet words, some supporting words. If you don't have your own currency, then after a point of time, even people will stop giving you. How long will they give you? You have to become rich. How long will you remain poor? You have to become rich one day. And you were born rich. Your foolishness made you poor. And now you are lost. Now you feel broken. You are not broken. You are broke. You have ran out of cash. and you have to earn the cash back and deposit again, bit by bit, every day, every month. You have to increase the emotional balance, and then in those days of emotional crisis, you will have enough emotional currency within you. You will not need people for the emotional support. You will not be dependent on them, because asking from them is getting trapped in a loop. You will have to return back to them with interest, and they are writing everything, whatever they are lending to you. And when you do not give them with interest, they will not leave you. They will catch you with their own list. They will read out to you what all they had given you. And when you refuse to accept and return, they will blame you. They will abuse you. They will fight with you. Don't you see these things happening in the world? Hasn't it happened to you already? Or haven't you also done it to some extent? All the emotional support you receive and you give end up into fight and blame and abuse and repentance. It is a trap. You should become rich so that you don't go begging from others. You become independent. You become enough unto yourself, for yourself. You have to start saving the soul. And how will you earn it back? You have lost too much, almost all. Very little you have, very, very little, almost zilch. But still there is some hope if you are willing, and this is the compassion of life unto you. Still, if you try, you can gain it back. You can earn it back. You can once again become rich and independent and free and fearless. And to gain this emotional currency, you have to connect to yourself. To gain this inner currency, you will have to go in. Outside, there is only one currency, that is physical, that is money. But that will not help you in all the dimensions of life. That will help you only your body and the needs of the body. that will not take away the depression, the loneliness. You will need inner currency to deal with emotional breakdown in your life. You will need emotional currency so that you don't go broke emotionally. Money will help you when you are financially broke, and the soul will help you when you are emotionally broke. Money cannot help you when you are emotionally broke, else all the people who are billionaires would have been the happiest people. They would not be having any loneliness, any depression, any anxiety. You will have to earn inner currency, and this inner currency can be found only within you. You will have to go in. You will have to be with yourself. You will have to connect with life. You will have to connect with soul, your own soul, and soul in everything else around you. You will have to drink in the life that is in the tree. You will have to drink in the life that flows in the river. You will have to go into the hills and wander all alone and sit on a rock and gaze at the beauty of the hills and drink in the life that is in the air there. And that will make you rich. You will have to enter into the depth of meditation and drink in the silence that is like the nectar, and that will make you rich. That will take away the poverty. You will have to turn back and walk towards your own inner home. You will have to return to yourself. You have gone very far from your own home, and everybody has looted you. You have to come back, and only then can you become rich. Only then can you find the treasure which is within your own home, within your own being within you. The source which fills everything with the richness of life, that source is within you. The source which fills everything with beauty of life, that source is beating in your heart. You will have to listen to that beating of the heart, and you will have to find that rhythm, that tune in it, and then you will become rich. You will gain back the inner currency which you have lost. An inward approach is needed. An inward journey is needed. You have wandered enough in the outside world, and you have been stripped off by the world. You are almost naked. You look like a beggar. You have dust all over your body, and your clothes are tattered. You will have to come back to this inner world and clothe yourself once again and take a dip into the river of silence flowing within you and clean the dirt from your body and become fresh. And in this way, you will become rich. You will gain that lost currency back. You will save this currency little by little every day, and you will become rich once again. You will once again have the same richness with which you were born. And only this richness can help you in the journey of your life, because in this journey of your life you will face more emotional crisis, more loneliness crisis, more depression, more aloofness than the financial crisis, that is, the food crisis and water crisis. You will starve for love more than for food in this life. Remember it. You will starve for help and support more than water in this life. You will find people who will give you food and water, but you will not find people who will give you love and compassion without any intention, without any interest. You will have to carry your own love and your own compassion for yourself. You will have to carry your own medicine. So when you are wounded, you can heal yourself. Rarely you will find somebody giving you medicine. They themselves are searching for the same medicine which you are searching. You will have to carry your own medicine and be free and independent and fearless. The inner richness is required, and that inner richness is the real currency, real wealth. That is the real saving. That is soul. Save your soul, and that will be the best saving.